loves chicken noodle soup. Yes, I definitely love chicken noodle soup, and I'm pretty sure you do too. But this video is supposed to be about cells. So why are we bringing up chicken noodle soup? That is because chicken noodle soup and cells have a lot of things in common. So this right here is chicken noodle soup. You can see it has a lot of ingredients listed right here. One of them is chicken bones, noodles, carrots and onions, and salt and pepper. Now you need all of these ingredients to create chicken noodle soup. If we forget to add one of them, like let's say we forget to add noodles, then it's not going to be chicken noodle soup. And everyone loves noodles with their chicken noodle soup, so if you don't add the noodles, what is the point of it? Right here, it says different parts add to the overall functioning of the cell. Let's rewrite this, but using chicken noodle soup. Different ingredients add to the overall taste of the chicken noodle soup. This is why chicken noodle soup and cells are very similar. Now, I'm gonna be giving you guys an introduction about cells. Here we have the cell membrane, which is pretty much like a door. Think of the cell membrane just like a door. It regulates what comes into and out of the cell. So imagine if you're in your house and let's say you're outside of your house and there's a lock on the door. You have the key to the house. So then you will use the key to open it. But those who don't have the key, they won't be able to go in. That's very similar to what a cell membrane does. So whatever comes inside, it has the key and it's able to come inside, and whatever that can't go inside doesn't have the key. Also, whatever that also comes outside has the key, and whatever that can't come outside doesn't have the key. Next, we're going to be talking about the cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like substance containing cell parts, which is all this white space right there. It's not any of this, not this jelly bean shaped, or it's not this. It's all the white spot. It's all the white spot just right there. So it is a jelly-like substance containing cell parts, which has a large network, which it keeps the cell parts where they're supposed to be. So that way they won't float around or anywhere. Now here we have the mitochondria. It breaks down sugar molecules and it releases energy too. So it is these jelly beans. It is the mitochondria are the jelly bean or the pink jelly bean shaped things that I was talking about earlier. They break down sugar molecules and then they also release energy. Very similar to how our stomach works. Our stomach breaks down the food that we eat and releases energy so that way we can run, we can do stuff, we can do anything. So that's what the mitochondria does. It is very important for cells because without them, then there's going to be nothing that's going to break down sugar and there's going to be nothing to release energy. So without the mitochondria, it's pretty whatever contains this cell is gone because mitochondria is very important for it to survive. Now we're going to be talking about the nucleus, which is this big thing right here. Wow, it is so big. See, it is so big compared to all of the other ones, and it's very important too. Its nickname is the info database, as you can see right here. Its nickname is the info database. I wonder why. It is because it contains genes, special instructions which cells uses to carry out functions. This is why it's so important. It is very much just like our brain. Our brain contains a lot of things which instructs our hands or feet or any part of our body to do stuff. Like right now, my brain is telling me to speak into this microphone and use and do everything so that way I'm talking to you right now. Yes, the nucleus is very similar to our brain. So this is why it's very important in the buildup of cells. So the cells we were just talking about now were about animal cells. This is about plant cells. Notice how different it looks. See? Now it's not a circle anymore. It's not a circle anymore. It's a rectangle, and I noticed that the color is also different too. These green things right here, they're called chloroplasts. Notice that animal cells also contain chloroplasts. Chloroplasts in plant cells are responsible for carrying out photosynthesis. If you don't know what photosynthesis is, it is when plants take sunlight from the sun. They take the sunlight and they convert that into sugars or vitamins for them so that they can stay strong all year long. These chloroplasts also produce sugars. Notice that how plant cells contain an extra wall. See, right here it says cell wall. Right there. Notice that animal cells, they don't have a cell wall. They only have the cell membrane. This is because cell membranes, well, plant cells do contain cell membranes, but they contain an extra a cell wall. They contain an extra one. It's just like if you have a door, it's just like a lock. A lock is the cell wall. It keeps the door from, becoming broken open. This is exactly what the cell wall is like. So animal cells, they contain the cell membrane. It's just a door. Imagine that. The cell membrane is a door. But then in plant cells, the cell membrane and the cell wall is a door with an extra lock to make sure no one comes in. Now, let's go back to the chicken noodle soup we were talking about earlier. We're not going to talk about how delicious it is. I'm going to give you guys a review about it. So, here's the chicken noodle soup. You can see it has all these ingredients: chicken bones, noodles, carrots and onions, and salt and pepper. Each of these ingredients are needed for the chicken soup's overall taste. Here are different parts add to the overall functioning of the cell. This is why chicken noodle soup and cells are very similar. Over here are also organelles and structures. So, chicken noodle soup has all these different ingredients which are needed for the taste. So, let's say we forget chicken bones. Chicken bones are needed to create chicken broth, which is used in the chicken noodle soup. Without the chicken bones, there is no chicken broth, and it's just going to be noodles, carrots and onions, and salt and pepper. Doesn't that kind of sound a little bit boring? This is why each ingredient is needed for the chicken noodle soup's overall taste. Anyway, guys, that is what we have for today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell to get more videos. Bye! We'll see you on the next episode.